What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do rock guard. We use 3M over here. It's basically the rough, real gritty pattern you see on the bottom of some of the cars. Well, I'm going to show you how to mask it, how you go about making sure if you're doing one side and not the other, how you can line that up, and I'm going to show you how to actually use the rock guard itself. So first we got this truck. It needs rock guard only on one side because we only replaced one bedside. So what we have to do, we're going to look at the other side and kind of match up to how they already have it on from the factory. Alright, the back piece doesn't have any, so we're only going to be going off of the front piece right here. So I don't know if you can tell really well on the camera, but this one, it's lined up and it has like a curved angle on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some masking tape. I'm gonna line it up on this side and make a mark with the pin so I know exactly how high, and then I'm gonna do the width of it. I'm gonna also mark that with a pin, and then we'll be able to make our other side. Yeah, tape.
You want me to pause it or keep recording?
We use 1/4-inch tape to do the line. Then you'll just use like a little bit of masking paper. Don't matter if you use green or white. Normally you want to use 36 so the overspray doesn't go on it, because the rock guard overspray is a motherfucker to try and clean up. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. So first, I'm gonna start at the very bottom of the panel with the tape edge. On the highest side first. And then I'm going to come straight up. And I'm going to line this out. Make a line on both sides. So you know exactly where to put both of your tape edges. So we'll come over here. We'll line this one first. I'm just going to leave that there like that for 1 second so I can get the other measurement for the actual angle itself. And on this one, I just bring the tape to the height of the rock guard, the very top. I'm going to wrap it around the edge right here. And then I'm going to just bring it straight across. And when it starts to do its first like downturn, I'm going to mark it so I know that's where the angle has to start. Here. And then it's going to bend again here. Another slight one right here. And it's going to end the incline right about here. Trust, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this will make sure. A lot of people don't even do this. I just do this. A lot of people will eyeball it, you know what I mean? Now, we'll know that this is the top of where the rock guard needs to be height-wise. We're going to wrap this around here just like the other side. So the very first turn on your angle is going to be at that first neat mark. You just turn it slightly. And you can rip this piece. And then your very next turn, we're going to make this line more straight, don't worry. Alright, and the very next turn is going to be here. Then another one here. We're going to straighten this all out. And this is where the angle ended. We're going to come back and just make these edges look more rounded and smooth. can kind of do that by just ripping little pieces, and you can kind of turn it angular. Or you can use glue tape too. It bends a lot easier. Once we do this line, we're gonna go see, because I know that the rock guard also, it goes this way, and I believe it just stays on top of this body line, but I'll go double check. I'm gonna line it up, and then we'll remove this piece of tape. And then we'll mask it, and I'll show you how to spray the rock guard on. We're gonna mask this. Like I said, I'm gonna go double check just to make sure it does stay on this line, which I'm almost 100% sure because I've done this so many times. Like I said, if that seems too confusing, you can always eyeball it, or even it's good to take a picture with your phone of one side, and then you can look at the picture while you're on the other side and do that as well. Does come on the rocker, but it actually droops a little bit lower than the body line, so we just have to drop it just a little bit. I've never seen one do it like that before.
What?
I've never seen rock guard come down at an angle like this. That's weird. So that's how the other side looks. Now we're gonna mask it and we'll spray the rock guard on there. The 3M rock guard comes in a can. It normally has an aluminum top to it. You just shake it really well. When you first open it, you want to use like a flathead screwdriver to break through. They come with this little plastic nozzle. You always are going to have to tape it down because it doesn't stick properly if not. And these, you can order these guns from 3M on their website. It's just called the rock guard guns. It's simple. This is 36-inch white masking paper. We use the white for the paint side because it collects less dust, less static. So we're gonna line it up here first, and then we'll cut out the angle for the rock guard that we need. I'm gonna grab a razor blade real fast and cut this out. Hey, you didn't get to it? Hey. Alright. Now we're just, see the masking tape and the paper, it's transparent, the white one, so it makes it easier to cut. Whenever you're cutting any masking paper for a panel, you always want to lift back so you don't cut into the panel. Because these brand new bedsides, you can leave marks very easily. But even if it was something you weren't going to put paint on, you'll end up scratching through the clear coat, and then you have a whole new problem, you know? So you just always want to be mindful when you're cutting anything over any panel, because a lot of the times when you're masking, you're doing by windows where they have the plastic appliques. It's just really easy to ruin somebody's car or property like that, and then you have to pay out of your pocket. So you just always want to be mindful whatever you're doing for vehicles, especially if you're doing it as a job for someone else. I mean, if it's your own shit, that's on you, you know what I mean? But that's just the way to ensure you don't make more problems in the process. So we're just using 2" to tape this down, 2" yellow masking tape, tape the paper down. I'm gonna do these last little angles so it's actually very circular before I spray the rock guard. But the cool thing about that 3M rock guard, all you have to do is shake, man, and then you just step back a little bit. I'm gonna show you, like, you want a little distance, but it ain't like you have to mix it like primer or mix it up like paint. It already comes pre-mixed. All you have to do is a little setup with the air hose. I'm just getting these little spots that look kind of too straight edge to make it look more round. Like I said, blue tape, you can do it with that as well. But the blue masking tape, the real thin tape, it's really expensive. So, I mean, all tape right now is expensive, but the yellow tape's just probably the 1" is the cheapest you can use whenever you're masking anything. So that looks good enough. Now we're gonna connect the rock guard to the air hose. My bad. So you gotta just shake it real good. When you tape this down, when you tape the nozzle in, you wanna make sure you keep real good pressure, because any air that gets through here, it's gonna dry the rock guard. Because if you don't use all the rock guard, you can literally tape off the plastic piece and you can save it for another time. Because for a spot like this, you barely need to use any of the material in the bottle. Do a little test spot, make sure it's spraying. All right. So you want to be back about, I'd say a good 1.5 to 2 feet, because this comes out pretty thick. So you just do a test spray first. Make sure it's not spraying dried up pumps. It looks good, so we can give it a little more air pressure. We kind of just want to do it as a pattern. Alright, I did the bottom heavier because that's what it was like on the other side. You always want to try to match what it looks like on the other side of the vehicle. So on this particular bedside, the rock guard is way thicker on the bottom, and then up towards the top, where the very top of the rock guard was, it was like dusted on. So I just tried to replicate the same pattern. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be dropping more videos. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks a lot. They're good or no?